Hello everyone, and welcome back. Uh, Today, I told myself that I was gonna get a mount, and that's what we're gonna do. And you might be asking, why are we out in the ocean? And that's because I'm looking for a very specific fish here. And he's gonna be a pretty quick mount. I do have some other exciting things in this episode that I'm going to show you guys later, though. Because I'd like to build some suspense. I did do some training off camera, as you can see. Timber is now level 21. He's been pretty good, and I've been having fun using him. There's a mixture between rock and fighting type moves I can show off that he has currently. Something that's really cool is if I can make a Pokemon go to sleep with hypnosis. Now, Timber can use Wake Up Slap as a super effective move. So it looks like it's raining. I'm not sure if that increases the chances. But I'm kind of just using the mini-map right now to search for these guys. So I'm looking in that top right while I'm moving around. There does look to be an interesting... What is that? A Corsola? Corsola? Like the ghost-type version, though, maybe. There's a very specific type of fish. I don't think he's super uncommon. And we'll definitely have some fun with the other mounts for sure. But I really wanted to show off this guy as the first. That's what I plan to do. I think instead, we might be in like a tropical ocean. Not entirely sure. Deep lukewarm ocean. I'm not sure if that is a spawn point for them, but I think there's a command called check spawn. Maybe not. I'll have to double check the command for the spawn rate checking. But I'll come back. Oh no! I'm getting hunted by an angry Remoraid, it looks like. Let's just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Hopefully... Oh! Alright. I actually do see our target. Maybe we can get this Remoraid to get stuck in the boat? Haha. This guy. Unfortunately, that guy, he's super low level. And I'm not... Wow, there's two angry... two angry Remoraids here. I'm not too worried. They're just poking at me. But we are looking for a Sharkpedo today. With our new level cap, Sharkpedo evolves at level 30. And I thought that he would be pretty fun. I am a big fan of sharks, as you can tell from Beam existence. You know what? I'm gonna hold my ground. Let's show this Remoraid who's boss. So I did add Ice Fang in between episodes onto our guy Beam. Wow, there's a lot of aggressive fish in the sea. That guy also is angry right now. I'm not sure if he's aggroed to me just yet, though, so we might be able to get away. Let's take out this Remoraid. Alright. Go, run, run, run! So it was aggroed to me, but I think it might have been because I was in the middle of a battle that, You think we could stand our ground again? Oh, okay. Maybe not. We can... Oh, there's another one. Let's look at this card. Level 11. I'm sure we can find a higher level. So it looks like maybe the Pokemon have different sizes. I might be crazy, but I feel like I've noticed some larger, some smaller species around. Level 19. You know what? I think that'll do. Let's, Okay, get stuck in the boat. I'm busy, bro. Let's fake out. That was pretty good. I'm gonna use Hypnosis, and I'm gonna use one of these dive balls just to give us a better chance and be less wasteful. It looks like there's a Sharkpedo right there. This is bad for me, I think, guys. I'm gonna just throw a Pokeball at it and try to escape. Maybe that doesn't work. Can we fight? Okay. So the Pokeball method did not work. Fake out is going to. Maybe we just immediately try to catch this guy. This guy, you know, it might be meant to be. We'll try. We'll attempt it and give it a go. Okay, so I'm confused right now, fortunately. We still got a Hypnosis off. Nice. Throw a Dive Ball. I didn't know they were aggressive. I also didn't know you could find them in the world spawn, so I just planned on evolving. But there we go. Well, everybody, let's show this off now. Hey, Sharkpedo. Go for a swim. Wow, guys. This is insane. Look at me go. I think this is a pretty good upgrade compared to our boat. Well. Oh, a Mantine. That's cool. I feel like the ocean feels so much more alive in Cobblemon, guys. Look at us go. Head back home. Oh, I beached him, oh no! Alright. So, I'm sure you can see already, looks like some things have changed. I'll collect these guys. And let's head on over there. So I really haven't done a ton, but I thought I'd get started on a little bit of blueprint of like what we want going on. I imagine these open fields to be a lot of our farmland or trees will grow. I did plant our blue sapling and started a sugarcane farm. These crops are mostly wheat, but we do have some beans in here, which actually drop an item called an indigo bean, which increases friendship. I feel like those guys are going to be pretty good, especially if we want to start with these like evolutions. I did some organization, trying to, you know, make space with what we have at the moment, and I think we will expand later. But we do have to keep this Poke Center down most of the time, because it has a charge rate, I found out. So if we keep picking up and placing it down, it never gains a charge, and we won't be able to keep healing. Another cool thing, during our training process, I'm going to put this Carvana in here. I'm not sure if we'll ever use him, but you know what? Might as well release him. We aren't going to use him. I did purposely leave our shiny duck out of the team. I'm sure you guys have been wondering where he went. I'm not saying that we won't use Gold Duck. I'm not saying that I'm a big fan of him. But we did come across some friends. In between episodes, I found a pat rat, a shiny pat rat, and a shiny hoppip. And I decided that we'll keep this box just to start collecting some of these guys. Eventually, when I'm a higher level and it's easier, I'll train them up and evolve them so we can see what the different variations of their shiny evolutions look like. And I think that would be a pretty fun thing to do with a whole bunch of different shiny Pokemon. So for now, they're gonna hang out in the box. Let's put the Sharpedo the back. We're not gonna be able to use him because he's level 40. And that's above our level cap, but it's gonna be a good transportation method for us. Looks like there's like a dog over there. Well, another plan that I did have for this episode, because we did find out that in the last that we have to actually find a water stone and collect some seaweed to craft the map for our Misty badge. So I thought, why not try to gather those materials today? And that was a huge reason why I wanted the Sharpedo. I think that the Sharpedo is going to be a great travel method for us. We honestly don't even need to teleport over to the island that Brock exists in. I feel like it'd be a lot more fun to travel there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm gonna sleep in my bed, get it a little brighter outside before we head off on our journey, though. I'm really excited to keep continuing this series. I think that we'll definitely, over time, see it grow and grow, and I'll expand, and eventually maybe make this little island all decorated with different Pokemon, buildings, areas where I have automated certain processes. Oh wow, rainbow. Alright. Let's head off on our journey, guys. We're gonna keep our eye out in the water for a blue ore. That's what I imagine a water stone is gonna look like. Something just intuitively is telling me that I need to look for a shiny blue ore. Well, won't you look at that? I wonder if we can mine this while on Sharpedo. Is that possible? Is it slow or fast? I can't really tell. It's pretty dark right now. I don't think it's fast. I'm gonna get off. Do this the old-fashioned. How about that? Oh, we've gotten pranked. It's some Lapis. Alright. I guess we just keep on heading out. I didn't know Lapis could spawn so close to the surface. I'm sorry, Sharpedo. That was not intentional. I did not mean to beach him there, guys. It's pretty devastating. He just kind of lays there and accepts his fate. I'm not sure why he would do that. Not try to get back in the water. Definitely keep our eye out for these rivers areas. We are zooming on this Sharpedo. Look down here. What's that? Looks like it might be like a thunderstorm. A leaf stone. Catch some air. I'm not gonna try to abuse the map system for our sites, just because I feel like that kind of ruins the whole mining and caving experience. I do notice the things and the cave systems that are underground, but I'd much rather explore naturally. So I apologize if that bothers anybody. I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot more if I'm able to take it at my pace, not use the little cheap methods. We're gonna go to the coast here, where this village is, and check it out. Little coastal village, which is pretty cool. It looks like they have... Nice. So, I think I'm actually going to steal this waystone for myself. I don't know if I'll need to return to this village for any reason. And if I do, I can always do it on foot. It's not super far from my house. But I'm gonna be kind of selfish. I'm gonna be kind of selfish and grab those for myself. Just because I want a waystone at my base. So then whenever we do find a future structure like this, we actually have one already. The waystone crafting recipe is a little beyond our capability at the moment. I'm not really sure where to find a warp stone. And maybe with time I'll find one, but at the moment, not really concerned with it. I'll just rob the local people. How about that? So, ooh, that looks like a water stone. If I was a water stone, I would want to look like. Moment of truth, guys. Let's go. Alright, let's collect some of the seaweed. I think this is actually also needed. Nice, little shoulder. Man. Alright, let's get us on over to good old Brock. It seems like we've been making some really good progress over the past few days as well, which is super nice. I feel like I'm moving at a good pace, and I'm not super worried with how slow or quick I'm going, but it feels like it's going pretty well. Maybe if we're lucky enough, I'll get another mount this video. I do have an idea for another mount, although it might change things up a little bit. And I'd like to get a certain variation of mount. I'm not entirely sure where to find it, because they have special versions. But it is capable of flying and swimming. So it's that like double whamming, a little both valuable things to have. Although Sharpedo can exit out of the water, and he can also dive, can't fly. Fortunately, he can't fly. He's not a flyer. I don't blame him. He just wasn't born that way. So it looks like, if I'm not wrong, bro, all the way over here. I'm going through the ocean as well, instead of teleporting. Maybe we can trigger another shiny spawn. I've been pretty lucky so far. A lot luckier than I feel like I deserve. But I'm not gonna complain. Like I said, it's super exciting to see the different variations for the shiny Pokemon. Keep on swimming. This guy moves, and if we play our cards right, once I start cooking, I can make them even faster. Kind of game breaking. These new mechanics really change up the experience. I'm surprised the ocean is so large. I've never seen, like, I guess, world generation like this. It's interesting to see, like, the large gaps in between the land. I have tested out on other worlds before, and Brock's gym was not nearly as far. So I think we just rolled an interesting... Huh. I guess those bushes stop you from jumping. We just rolled an unlucky ice roll, but it didn't take us long to find him, to be honest. He's just a little further from spawn. Spawn was just lucky to have that village so close. That was pretty lucky, especially with the healing center and stuff inside of it. The Poke Mart, we can buy the Pokeballs. I haven't spent any of the money, but I'm definitely planning in the future. Alright, here we are. I walked by the guy on accident, and we need a cerulean star. I forgot the name, which is why I decided to look. So, seagrass, waterstone, sand, and so I was wrong about the kelp. It's not kelp, it's actually seagrass, and I'm glad that we have these shears on us still. Let me collect some of them. I don't think I have a crafting table on me, do I? Interesting. I'll just make another one. How about that? And just like that, we have the cerulean star. Hey, Mr. Man. What a deal! You're right, bro. This is an interesting looking map. It looks like I'm gonna need to head once again northwest. Even more north, even more west. Well, before that though, how about I go back home? This is the most northwest point we do have so far, so we will come back. But we go to our little city near home. And just across the river, I have a little plan. There has been more aggressive Pokemon, I've noticed, now that we've started getting some stronger. So, if we're unlucky, we might experience our first death. I mean, if we're not lucky. Dump this junk. And, place down our waystone. And name this one home. We'll head right back on over to Brock. Yeah, loser. So, here's my plan. If you guys guessed the mountain that flies and can swim correctly, you get a gold star. Not from me though, you're gonna have to ask for it from like your mom or dad or brother. It's actually a Gyarados. And I'm gonna spend some time looking for Magikarp that I don't have to train super long and I can just instantly evolve. Or maybe even just a Gyarados itself. We have seen him before. And if you didn't know, Gyarados is a flying type. Who knew this little fish could grow wings? I think Sharpedo is a little too fast for this. So it looks like we can use Sharpedo, but maybe not for our gym battles. Maybe only wild. I'm not going to try to abuse that. Here's a level 18. It's a perfect, exactly what we were looking for. Let's just make you go to sleep, buddy. Nice and easy. And there's a dive ball. He only needs to level up 2 times before he can evolve. I think we'll end off this episode at Misty's gym. There's that Magikarp. Alright. Let's get to the coast here. Alright. We'll do some of our swap training, and now that we know we can use the Sharpedo, we might pick a fight with a stronger guy. Let's look at his moveset. Okay, not a lot of moves here. Change this up. That looks pretty good to me. I'm not sure Poison Fang is useful. Crunch is better than Night Slash, so... The only good thing about Night Slash is I believe that it has a higher crit rate on average. Pick a fight with something strong, but not too strong then. Okay, you know what? Pick a fight with a level 53 because, you know what? I'm feeling a little confident. What can I say? I probably shouldn't. Torpedo is immune. That is awesome. Let's try to start with a Crunch. This might go really well, guys. I'm not planning on using this Sharpedo or the Gyarados for our gym battles. They're gonna be mostly for this transportation. But we'll also get a nice evolution. Yeah, he's over the level cap, so it looks like I can't evolve him or level him up more. But for everybody, is he still sleeping? Does anybody know if he's still sleeping? Fish out of water. Regardless, let's get our new Gyarados. Going third person for this. I have a feeling he's not going to be as small anymore. Oh, he is sleeping. Well, I'm curious, does it wake him up if I ride? Wow. So it looks like he does move on land, but kind of like an inchworm. But this is where the real magic's at. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, holy moly, guys. Okay. We'll try that again. I would say this is harder than it looks. But, wow. Isn't this just amazing? So, making sure we're going northwest. Ooh, there's a, something over here. Let's, try to land. Wait, how do I go down on this thing? Okay, we're gonna crash land. Dive bomb, dive bomb. Okay, here we go. Holy moly. What an area we have discovered. Okay. Yeah, go back to sleep, man. That was... Wow. Okay, so it looks like we went too north. We'll have to go more west for Misty's gym, but what is this place? This is just, like, so majestic. Oops. A rare candy. Looks like we're gonna be looting, guys. This was definitely not on the... Oh my goodness, this is huge. An experience share. We're gonna actually toss that immediately in the bottom there. I'm gonna put some of this other Poke junk in the backpack, but that experience share is gonna be huge for our training. A utility umbrella? This is a awesome find, guys. I am like beyond excited to explore all that. Here. Look at this view. This guy has a balcony. Okay, I'm gonna try to be quick. We are getting close to our time, and I don't want to make the videos super long. But then that just means next episode we'll be able to visit Misty. I think exploring this place is going to be a much more exciting experience. All the items that we're going to find. Cherry blossom. Look at that fridge. Candy bar. The cool thing with a lot of these foods that we're finding, the Pokemon foods, is that, you know, actually I'm going to take these, they're saplings, I forgot. I can replant these and make a cherry tree for myself. But the food items, like I was saying, they're going to be good for making things like this apple juice, which I'm not sure all the stats that the apple juice applies, so I don't want to just loosely apply them to the Pokemon, but that's exactly what we need to increase our speed on the mounts. The Gyarados is really cool, but he's going to be super hard to use. Look at this dining table, the Neanderthal dining table. It's got to be a good place to eat. How do you even... Oh. Like, how do you even get to the other side of the table? Wow, guys. The mod developers really put a lot of effort into some of these structures. They're so well built. Another experience share. It looks like that's the same drop table as the one from over there. I wonder if it's the same upstairs. Oh, maybe, maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Definitely don't expect me to build anything this good looking unless I have somebody every step of the way. That's for sure. 3 experience shares. So it doesn't look like the experience shares are as rare as I had thought, but it's still super exciting. We just got 3 of them. We're going to be able to train all of our Pokemon at the same time. It might be slower paced, but we will have probably a strong lead like that Sharpedo to use. Is that a bamboo sapling? It sure is not. It's a mangrove. Pickle on the pumpkin. Okay, let's get over to this. Whoa! Super large, giant building. Wow, all these houses. I like how the villagers have built the houses into the mountain. It coexisted with them. You're a sweetheart. That guy... Okay, his house got cut off a little bit. Maybe the generation didn't go so nicely on some. This guy looks like a blacksmith and he lives in the cave. Chipped pot. That's gonna be cool. That Sinistea from last episode that gave us some trouble. That's what the evolution requires. I like what that looks like. It looks like a secret door almost, though. Alright. Moment of truth, though. Let's get all the way to the top here. Looks like there's kind of a path. Kind of They definitely should think about their city plans before they start building next time. Definitely gonna recommend that. But regardless, it looks like we found a mall. Oh my goodness, guys. What? Okay, we're spending our money today. Buying an apricorn box. Does that mean I can just... Wow. No, this is super useful for us. A separate storage container, because we're going to be constantly picking these guys up. And we can keep them on us at all times now. And it doesn't have to interact with everything else in our backpack. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna rob you though too. Okay. For you. Yes. So, we got food. More of this stuff. Back. Wow. Some really pretty farms, it seems. Berry salesman. I literally have access to like everything. I can never complain again. Drinks. This is what I was talking about. This, so it looks like you have to make. Maybe I have the base juices. Is what I have then. Plain. And if I make a specific one, you see how it adds +1 to their skills. That's awesome. I'm not gonna waste all my money, although it's tempting. Mulches? I'm gonna have to look into what mulches are. I'm not entirely sure. These guys are rich. And it looks like we got an... Wow. I'm so happy we found this box. Alright. For this large experience candy, I'm just gonna give it to our lowest level here. Old Timber. Oh, wow. Not our lowest level anymore, buddy. Looks like he can evolve as well. Let's look at if there's any moves I should... And let's start. Might as well. Good old Girder. And something cool with Girder, I have to explore later, is the same way that I can change his cosmetic appearance with the wood. I can do the same with metal now. I'm not sure if... like, could I do it with... So it looks like it's going to be only vanilla Minecraft, or possibly. I bet it won't be too long before we find a iron or something. I can always go back to base and show it before the end of the video as well. Some mochis? Wow. This is like insane, everything that we're finding right now. Even more meat salesmen. All the poke food. Well, if I'm ever having difficulty finding something, I definitely know where to go. Oh, wow. I think we should actually buy a campfire pot. We can get started on cooking. I won't have to craft it. Oh, we'll definitely come back for a poke rod as well. Wow. I am still just so shocked. Is there an exit on the second floor of the building? What is this? Bunch of cobblestone, deep slate. Okay. I'm cool with it, I'll take it. It's like free building materials. I wonder if there's something down there. Sorry, Claire, I'll put you back in. more. Pathing's a little messed up. I'm just so shocked at the absolute scale of this village, guys. This is absurd. Well, it looks like there's still more to explore, but we are kind of running this long now. So I think this might be a good place to end it. But let's get to a cool spot, of course. I'm not going to try to do this in third person because I will kill myself. Need pressure plates? I don't know why I have. I don't remember picking them up. This guy's terrified that I'm up here. Alright, everybody. Well, we found this mall and this beautiful village. We'll definitely be exploring it more and finding all the remaining items. And then in next episode, we're going to go tackle Misty. But thank you for watching once again, and I appreciate you all.